In the heart of a magical city called Brincamundo, where everything was made of living toys, colorful candies, and cotton candy clouds, two young superheroes stood out among all: Super Leoo, the boy with colossal strength, and Fagulha, the girl who shot energy bolts from her hands and flew like a rocket. Super Leoo was known for lifting buildings made of giant blocks just to show off, while Fagula was famous for flying so fast she created sweet wind whirlwinds in the sky. One day in the city's central square, the two began to argue. "I bet I'm the strongest superhero in Brincamundo," said Leoo, puffing out his chest like a balloon. "Strong? You," replied Fagula with a sly smile. "You wouldn't even catch me if I were a shooting star." They decided to settle the dispute with a series of challenges. Everyone in the city gathered to watch. The toy master, Mr. Gira, would be the competition's judge. First challenge: Cloud Race. They dashed off, jumping from cloud to cloud as if they were trampolines. Fagula zoomed ahead with her aerial superspeed, while Leoo made massive leaps, making the clouds wobble like pillows. At the end of the race, a tie. Fagula arrived first, but Leoo's impact pushed the finish line backward, causing him to cross it too. 1 point for both," said Mr. Gira, scratching his head. Second challenge: Lifting giant plush bears. Leoo lifted a bear the size of a building as if it were a pillow. Fagula tried to lift two at once using her energy, but they slipped and fell with a poof. "Victory for Leoo!" shouted the judge. Fagula crossed her arms, sulking, but she soon brightened up for the next challenge. Third challenge: Building magic sandcastles. With her hands glowing, Fagula created a floating castle with towers dancing in the air. Leoo tried to compete, but his strength destroyed more sand than it helped. "Victory for Fagula," announced the judge, laughing. Final challenge: Rescue. Brinca the kitten from the top of the bubble tower. But in the middle of the final challenge, everything changed. As they competed to see who would reach the top first, the tower began to shake. The giant bubbles holding up the structure were popping one by one. The kitten meowed desperately. Fagula looked at Leoo. Leoo looked at Fagula. "If we keep competing, the kitten will fall," she shouted. "Then let's go together," Leoo replied. In an act of teamwork, Leoo jumped and launched Fagula with force. She flew like lightning, caught the kitten in the air, and Leoo caught her as she fell back down. The crowd gave a standing ovation. Mr. Gira climbed onto his flying carousel and announced, "And the winners are both of them, because true heroes don't compete, they cooperate." Super Leoo and Fagula looked at each other, laughed, and bumped fists, sending sparks into the air. Since that day, they became inseparable partners. Together, they defended Brincamundo from Play-Doh monsters, gumdrop showers, and even papier-mâché dragons. And they always remembered, more important than being the strongest is being a good friend. The end.